Nothing wrong with keeping some of the dialogue still going. Jesus, Murphy Jones. Why am I, like, having instant death sometimes? Really? Really, dude?
See that old train? The Reapers have some people locked up in it. Collateral to keep the people of the Neon in line. More importantly, there's a chance John is locked in there.
Want me to bust them out?
No. You're in the heart of Reaper territory. Anyone trying to escape.
Oh, it's a bit late. It's 1 a.m.
How am I supposed to do that?
It's actually 12:57, but I rounded up.
Still in contact with the lead car?
And, a little bit tired. But that's fine, because we're going to play. Still fatigued, like the last parts. Of course, pre-recording some of these, as I often do, to keep a steady flow of time open for myself to do some videos and go to work and push these cars out of the way. I remember this mission. This one's coming back to me. You power up the first one. Okay, so we think John's in there. Now, spoiler alert, he's not. But you power up this train, get it moving. Some Reapers are going to attack us. They're probably going to annoy me.
The train's stopping.
Oh, these things in the bottom. I remember this. Yeah, you gotta power up these things. Now, one thing about inFamous and another Sucker Punch game that I'm currently playing, Sly Cooper, and other video games that have this sort of general element to it, which is enemies pursuing the environment, like the Reapers pursuing the Empire City, or some flashlight guards in Sly Cooper. I understand why they're there. They make sense. They should be there. But it's like one of those things where it always bugs me sometimes when, I know I'm not the only person that, this happens to, but you'll be, just trying to get somewhere, right? And they just keep shooting you or getting in the way or of a collectible or something. And it's just like, fuck off. Like, I've been having way too many of those moments replaying the Sly Collection on Vita. And, I've always had those moments. But for some reason, my Sly Collection playthroughs, they've been, like, the flashlight guards and everything, have been so fucking annoying. Like, they're, like, everywhere I have to go, they are in the way. And it was, like, so annoying. And I'm like, oh my god, fuck off, get out of the way. And I remember having a bunch of these moments playing inFamous 1, for sure. That's mostly because you're also clearing out a lot of parts of the city, which was really awesome when they, let you... what am I looking for, dude? Okay, there you are, dickhead. Fucking die. There we go. Now will it move? Or is there still a thing somewhere? Where is it? It's probably still down there. Yeah, so inFamous for sure. inFamous 1. Had a lot of those moments. So it was great when they let you take over parts of the city again.
There's another one.
To sort of clear them out. And then it's easier to traverse other parts of the city. Or the parts of the city that you already cleared up. Because there's 350 blast shards for inFamous 1 to hunt. So even though you'd often see them like one right there, it's like, ooh, why not get that one? But might be easier to just clear out the city first, so at least it's a little easier on your part, like I just said 1,000 times. This dude's shooting rockets like an asshole. I forget who was saying it in the comments, but how inFamous 1 was the most difficult inFamous Platinum, and I would have to agree, partly because for me at least, collecting blast shards, well, it didn't oh, jeez, I hit the pop filter. It didn't suck, but I was left with one blast shard left, and inFamous 1 offered no way to know for sure which one you were missing. I really like the implementation of both inFamous Second Son and inFamous 2, where it's like on the minimap you can see where they are. So it's not like super cheating to the point where it's like, oh, well, here's where fucking everything is, which actually Second Son did, which I I guess it was easier on most players because they're just going to look up a guide anyway, but it did kind of seem like too in your face about it. Like, here's where everything is on the map. But with Infamous 1 and 2, I did like how it's like, we'll show you where it is on the map, but we're only going to show you within your, radius of where you are. I really like that. But in Infamous 1, there was... So in Infamous 2, there's a power-up where you could... And it takes a lot to earn the power-up, so by the time you got there, you only had a few blast shards left. But there's a power-up where you can turn it on, and it shows you where the blast shards are throughout the entire map. Which is fine, because again, the only way to earn it is to get the majority of blast shards at that point anyway. But in Infamous 1, there's no way to do that. And in Infamous 1, for me, I was missing one fucking blast shard, and it took forever to find it. You wanna know where it was? It wasn't the one that Greg Miller couldn't find, where it was, like, off the... Like, it was, like, in the ocean or something. Mine was, like, right in the middle of town, but it was above a river. So on the map... The color of the blast shard, which is a blue dot, and the river kind of like, they looked similar. Like, so I could not fucking find it for the life of me. And these fucking dudes are seriously so annoying right now. And we just talked about this too. Just fucking mention how they're annoying. But this is part of a mission, so. The only reason why I'm finding them annoying is because I'm trying to talk about... Really? I'm dead? For real, dude? I'm trying to talk about things that aren't important, and they're getting in the way. I'm not one of those other YouTubers that can play a game well and commentate over it with such natural fluidity. I need concentration, which is also why I've been playing all these games on easy when I let's play them for the utmost. What's the word I'm looking for? So I can to have the most comfortable play style, right? So there's a lot of room for error. Error. My aim is still at a good 99%. I can't increase it, it seems, but at least we're staying at 99% accuracy for sure. That way no one can call me out on how bad I'm shooting, because even you can see it. I'm hitting everybody I shoot. Totally being sarcastic, by the way. Where's this thing I'm supposed to charge up? It says I'm level with the train. Oh, I just charge up the train? I really don't remember at this point. Where is the thing? It's not there. It's not there. Oh, here. Why is this like so much more forward? There we go. Now it's up to the max. I don't think I'll need to collect any blast shards off recording for this. Really, this is easy. Oh, that little sign reminded me of Midnight Bowling for PSN. That was one of the first games that used a 6-axis in a somewhat practical way. Bowling. Man, who remembers having a fucking Wii and playing Wii bowling? Like, every fucking day. It's crazy to think now that Wii is really, it's to the point now where you could look back on it in a sort of nostalgic way. That was 2014, 6-7 years ago? No, further than that. 7-8 years ago? I don't know. My math's bad. It's a while ago, dude. So you really can look back on that and be like, wow, holy shit. Like, that was a while ago. Fucking Christ, stop shooting me. Stop. I need electricity. There's no electricity in this alley. Ah, there we go. See, I got my Wii on launch. So, and everyone knows Wii's were sold out for like fucking 2 years, so... I was always the party guy, and, you should know, being the party guy is fucking awesome, because you're the guy, right? Like, you're the guy. Like, you are the fucking guy. And I enjoy being the guy. A lot. So it was always fun to be that dude with the Wii, so it's like, ah, dude, let's go to Ryan's, play some fucking bowling, play some tennis, and then it's like, hey, let's try golf, and then you try it for like one time, and then you're like, yeah, fucking golf sucks, and then you go back to bowling or tennis. You always look back on it and you're like, well, there's no fucking skill involved at all in those games. They weren't even that precise, to be honest. They weren't. Golf was really sensitive, too. That's why golf sucked.
You're almost to the station.
Dude, WarioWare was awesome on the Wii, too. I don't have that many Wii games. I think I only have one third-party game for the Wii. Even though there's a good number of third-party games on the Wii, but not a bunch.
The crowd was surprised to see the terrorists roll up and free their loved ones. Hypocrites. Yesterday they wanted my head on a platter. Now they act like I'm one of the family. But truth be told, it was nice, even for that short time, to be treated like a hero. Felt good. I scanned the crowd for John as people started to leave the station. He was nowhere to be seen.
Fucking John. Nowhere. Slightly more heroic? Seriously? This gave me a goddamn cutscene of me being hero of the day, and that only made me slightly more heroic? Which one was it where it said I was really heroic? Not really heroic, but it said I was more heroic. Ooh, we can use the train now? That's what I'm talking about. Look at how fast we're moving now. We'll get to our next objective in no time. I kept extending my end because I thought we were going to hit the destination, but it's taken longer than expected. Oh. I think I'm going to eat a cookie after this. I have cookies. Oh my god, dude, I'm craving a Coca-Cola so bad right now. But I've limited myself to one a day, so I really don't want to drink another one.
This is like the fountain all over again. Why aren't you stopping this?
I blew up a whole tanker full of that stuff under the park. Figured that would do it.
Well, it's coming from somewhere. These people aren't getting sick on their own, Cole.
I'll find out what's going on. Hey, Moya.
Clearly I don't have the full context of Cole and Trish's relationship. But she's being a real cunt right now, so must really suck for Cole if he's if he loves the chick like he does, you know. But he's a trooper for still sticking with her after the fact of that she thinks he full on killed her sister. She's like, damn, my boyfriend got electric powers now, and he killed my sister. It's like, well, you know what? I'm gonna be a total bitch to him, and he better fix this shit. Even if he tries to and takes loads of crap to the face.
Reapers are all over the place up here.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
Weird metal keg attached to the water tower. Tar is dripping out of it.
Oh, I thought that blows up in my face, and then I get blown off the building for that.
Tried to overcharge the pump.
A lot of extra tar just got released into the system, and that is bad news. Next time, blow up the keg. You'll take a bath in that crap, but it'll save lives.
Nothing wrong with keeping some of the dialogue still going. Jesus, Murphy Jones. Why am I, like, having instant death sometimes? Really? Really, dude? Why am I having instant death sometimes, but then not in others? Like, I'm taking a bunch of hits elsewhere. It's like, okay, whatever. There was a gas can there, but, like, seriously? Really? I'm playing on easy. Go easy on me. There we go. Tar keg? What are they doing with the tar keg?
Overcharging this pump will keep me high and dry. But it also means that everyone in this water main will get sick. Whose health means more? Mine or theirs?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
This is how it's got to be. Too many people will get sick otherwise.
Okay. For a second, I was like, did I just pick the bad thing? We definitely don't want to do that. I've always wondered that... maybe I shouldn't say it now. I'll wait till it comes up later in the game. A big morality choice later in the game that we should discuss. But we should discuss it when it actually comes up. Because why not? I have my... we talked about this, right? I have a lobster, a female lobster, had lobster babies, and so I have the nursery tank with all the lobster babies set up on my. I have it set up on my coffee table where I sort of like prop my feet sometimes when I'm playing games, and I got my foot. Because the tank's on my coffee table now, I've got my foot propped up on the tank, and my foot's sitting right on the light. And the light has some good heat coming off of it. It's keeping my foot warm. I have no room in this room, by the way, if you haven't noticed already. Oh, I'm out of electricity. I need more electricity. I was gonna shoot Bob over there. Wow, I need sleep. There we go. Oh boy, do I need sleep. You know what, dude? I got plenty of sleep earlier, so I don't know what the fuck I'm so tired from. Like I mentioned earlier, man, I'm having a fucking fatigue day. Lazy day. I don't feel like doing nothing except playing games. But I guess even now I don't even want to play games because, like I just said, I'm pretty fatigued. Christ, I better get some damn electricity. Hurry up! Oh yeah, the tar's also keeping me from... keeping my bar extended. Jesus Christ, my DualShock 3 sounds like it's about to fucking break. Man, if you don't have a PS4 and you haven't felt the difference in quality between those controllers, go and do it, man. The first, like, week I played PS4 and then I switched back to PS3 for something, picked up the DualShock 3 and I was like, oh my god. It really does, dude. Like, the DualShock 4 really does, like, just make the DualShock 3 just feel like such a toy, like a plasticky, like, toy. Like, you can just hear it in the microphone. Just the tearing and plasticky, like, like, it makes the build quality feel just, like, so awful. Like, entry-level build quality compared to the DualShock 4. Which is crazy because I really like the DualShock 3. I love the DualShock, you know, at least, you know, the 1 through 3 PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 DualShock design a lot. A lot of people seem to complain about it, think it's small, think it's whatever. I think a lot of that stems from how comfortable Microsoft made the 360 controller. You know, it was big, but not overly big. It was comfortable to use. You know, they really did a fantastic job with that controller, and it's kind of like the same thing I'm talking about now when you talk about DualShock 4 versus DualShock 3. One makes the other look really good.
She's gonna be pretty pissed about this.
Who the hell are you?
Just a concerned citizen. Now hold still.
He leaped toward me, his icy fingers digging into my head. For a moment there was nothing, and then he started to show me things. Horrible things. Beyond description. And in that split second, I understood he was showing me the future. Death and destruction on an unimaginable scale. As he released me, I knew that he was responsible for all of it. That he had opened Pandora's box, and it wasn't ever gonna close, and that damn ray sphere was somehow involved. And then he was gone.
Your actions have made you more heroic. So that guy, we're going to know more about him later. Now, if you've played the game already, much like I have, that character gets some good context, and it's really interesting to see how that sort of unfolds. Won't really divulge those details until we need to, but watching, it's one of those things where you finish a game, it's really awesome, you play it a second time, and certain things really open up to you in a different manner now that you have, you know, some of the answers later in the game. Which is always a fun thing to do. Always play a game a second time if it's really like story oriented and it has some of those like foreshadowing moments or, you know, kind of hidden themes and motifs. Like, really, you really should look into that. Play them a second time for sure. Sometimes you just catch stuff that you didn't notice the first time. Wouldn't it be cool if I walked past one of these like trash cans and fucking Oscar from Sesame Street came out? He's like, hey! That's about room, I'm like, whoa, Oscar. You're talking some stuff, dude. I don't know what you're saying. He was always such an asshole. For no reason, too. It's probably because he had, like, low income and, you know, that's, like, all he could afford. Which isn't really affording anything. I'm going to assume he didn't pay for the trash can he lives in. Like, he just took it. Or he just, you know, took refugee there. That's fine. I would rent out my trash can to him for a very nominal fee of like $2 a month. It's like I don't need $2 a month from him, but I would just be a prick about it. Like, yeah, Oscar, you can live there for $2 a month, and he'd be like, blah, 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 blah. And I'd be like, whoa, Oscar, chill. I don't even know why I'm making his voice sound like that. I mean, he does have like that weird raspy voice, but at least he can speak English.
Been looking into your new BFF, Moya.
Oh, find your magic 8-ball, did you?
She's real FBI. In fact, she's big-time FBI. Highly decorated, the kind of person they send out when the Shiola hits the fan and sprays all over everyone. About 6 months ago, she gets moved over to some new division called Defender, and her trail goes completely cold. Now, one of my boys thinks she's working with DARPA.
You have boys?
Like, I'm being serious here, man. And you gotta pay attention. DARPA is the motherlode of Black Ops crap. It's this secret Pentagon group that doesn't answer to anybody. If she's in with those clowns, you better watch out, son.
Yeah. And Santa Claus shot JFK. Hey, where are those drinks?
Do not pray for easy lives. Pray to be stronger men. John F. Kennedy. Hey, he was a good president. One of the few liked presidents, I guess.
The location of the final substation in the Neon has been uploaded to your GPS. Head over there as soon as you can.
You know, speaking of presidents, I'm not a political guy. I'm not. I'll be the first one to tell you that. I've got a work coworker. We're real good friends. He's really political, and I'm always the kind of person who, you know, I'm not interested in politics, but if I'm around someone that's, you know, highly involved in it and is informed, I'll ask questions, or, you know, I'll ask for their opinion to kind of give me some context on stuff so I can formulate my own opinion on topics and things. It's kind of like just, you know, it's not something I'm into, but if I hear about it, then I'll listen to it and give my own outlook on it. But anyway, presidents. I'm no smart guy, not into politics, but I'll say one thing about presidents. Clearly, it's a fucking hard job. It seems like every president gets a lot of shit. Every president. There's very few liked presidents, which, you know, leads me to believe, at least from my standpoint, which again isn't highly educated, that it's a fucking tough job. Not to give the person in charge benefit of the doubt, but like, I don't know, dude. I was like watching a video of Obama on, I don't know if he was on Conan or Jay Leno or something. He was probably on Jay Leno. I don't know. He was on some talk show. And of course, there's a shitload of dislikes, a bunch of comments, like, everyone being political, like he ruined everything. You know, maybe he did. I'm sure he made a lot of poor choices. Like I said, I don't follow that stuff. I would definitely assume he made a lot of extremely poor choices. There's some things I followed. I know for a fact there are some bad things he's done. There's a lot of shitty things he's done. But you always got to think about it like, clearly he took on the job of president. Clearly he has good intentions. You don't take on the job of being a president saying, I'm going to ruin America. You don't do that. You take you take the job saying, I want good to come out of this. But poor choices or not, clearly it's a tough job. Clearly it's stressful. Clearly he has good intentions, but I don't know, man. I understand criticism, but like, Christ, guy just gets a lot of unprecedented hate, man. It's crazy. Same with Bush, same with many other presidents before them. It's like when you take that job, you're signing up to be an asshole.
So you think she knows where John is?
Kind of like being a cop. When you agree to be a cop, you're more or less saying, I want everyone to hate me. I'm signing up for this much money a year, putting my life at risk to be a piece of shit. And I have a lot of respect for police officers. I do. Not many people do, and that's fine, I guess. But, come back, dude. But, I have a lot of respect for what police officers do. Why is this doing this? Come over here, please. Oh my god. Why is it doing that? How am I even supposed to get up there? What the f... Really? Is this how this part's gonna end? I can't even figure out what I'm supposed to do. There we fucking go. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Police officers, yeah. I got a lot of a lot of respect for them. I think part of the reason why they're always such assholes is because, well, you know, that's a lot, you know, it's kind of a job where if you don't go into the job wanting to do it for what it is, then you probably do end up being an asshole, and you do let the power go to your head, and inevitably you do become a fucking prick about it. But there's a lot of, you know, it's one of those scenarios where you're always going to hear more about the assholes of the law than the saviors of it. You hear more hate and vitriol and craziness and bad stuff in the world than you do all the good stuff and all the uplifting stuff. And it's the same thing with cops. You're going to hear less about the good of them than you know. You're going to hear more of the bad. It's a dangerous job, dude. The job is to protect your city. It's to keep peace. Whether you want to believe it or not, but if we didn't have police officers, it'd be like fucking the 1600s in this bitch, and everybody would be killing each other, and there would be no repercussions for people's actions. That's why you don't get stabbed every day, because there is law enforcement and there are repercussions to your actions. I guess people don't understand that. Another thing is, like when officers are very aggressive in the sense of like, you know, like, oh, get on the ground, or, you know, let me see your hands, or blah, blah, blah. And I've looked into it, so don't argue with me on that, at least, but, the reason why they do those things is because it is a dangerous job. You're literally signing up to take on anything that might be able to happen. And when they say all those things, that's because they want to make sure you don't have a weapon and their own lives are not at danger. That's why when they pull you over, they always want to make sure they can see both your hands on the wheel, because they don't know if you have a weapon. They don't know if you're crazy. They don't know if you're going to pull it out and shoot them. They don't know what you're going to do. You might think that's like a little like overreactive, but you know, there's serial killers out there. Crazier things have happened. Just the other day, I was reading up on Jeffrey Dahmer a little bit. That's how you pronounce his last name, I think. Just for the hell of it, because sometimes it's interesting to learn the psyche of serial killers. And, you know, just hearing about the things he did, it's like, dude, that was just some regular guy. Like, he came off very regular, and he got away with a lot of his murders because he was able to, you know, be just that, a very regular, normal human being. So it's one of those examples of why a police officer is often an asshole and a dick and demands so much from you, because he doesn't know what you're gonna do. He doesn't know the kind of danger you possess. What am I supposed to do, dude? There's like all that stuff over there. What am I looking at? You're pointing at the ground. There's nothing down there, dude. Oh, over here. Doi. Yeah, I guess this is like a little mini rant from my part, I guess. Because, like, I don't know, dude, it really does bug me. All the fucking hate police officers get, dude. Like, fucking calm your tits. Yeah, there's some assholes, but that's why you always see the assholes, because everyone's going to talk about the assholes before they talk about the good police officers. I mean, I don't know, man. I really appreciate what police officers do, dude. It's a fucking dangerous-ass job. Oh, shit. Really? The ladder was right there. I tip my hat off to police officers, dude. You are literally signing up to keep the peace. And sure, there's legitimate brutality. Sure, there's legitimate assholes, but that comes with every job. I guess there's some truth to the fact that you know, that sort of job promotes more assholes in the field, but I do, dude. I have a legitimate, profound respect for those people. Like Cops. The Cops is a good TV show that really promoted, you know, that really promoted the good-willed nature of cops and what they do. Because that's also a show that kind of shows you the lower end of society, the part of society that does all that shit, you know, like law breaking and just lowlifes and people that harbor drugs and guns and shit. Like, you know, those people deserve to be arrested, and that's kind of why, you know, kind of puts cops in a better perspective. It's like, yeah, fucking get that guy because he's a piece of shit. What was I gonna say? God damn it! I keep losing my fucking train of thought. This should be the last of the city we're turning on, right? Yes, no, maybe so. I think so. Not 100%. Excuse me. And my friend's brother. My friend's brother is being a cop. I think it's awesome. I was like, go do it, dude. That's awesome. I totally respect that decision. Because I think how this whole conversation started is when you sign up to be the president, or if you sign up to be a police officer, you're signing up to be hated by the world. And hey, man, that's fine, I guess. As long as your intentions are true, that you really do want to protect society. Because if you do it for just the money and benefits, then that's more or less what makes you the asshole people hate. That was a good conversation, wasn't it? Because cops do get a lot of hate. They get so much hate. So I want to be the vocal minority that promotes the good side of them a little bit. They do. They get too much hate. Good on them. Good on them. Where is our next mission? And when am I going to get the damn fucking floaty thing? The floaty power. Unless I can buy it. Can I buy it? Shockwave Overlord. Yeah, it's an upgrade. Ah, it's taking forever to get. At least we have this, because now it's way faster. But then it's like even super faster when you have the hovering ability and you can combine the railing and everything together. What is the news on?
Seeking to break through the quarantine and cross Stampton Bridge. Their goal was simple: spread the plague to the mainland. It was only because of the efforts of the heroic men and women of the CDC that this vicious attack was repelled, thus preserving the quarantine. US TV has learned that as a result of this event, the CDC will be positioning additional forces along the quarantine lines and increasing the number of both boat and air patrols. Citizens are encouraged to cooperate with CDC soldiers.
That was a really uninteresting newscast. Okay, let's get up to the top of this building, because I think we're out of time. Holy moly, we're going over the time, people. My little police talk took us over the time limit. So I'll see you all in the next part, and thank you all for watching. Take care.